All right, so boys, it's a big final day coming up. Where are Phoenix Rising going to finish?
6th or 7th. Welcome in, coming to you live from
You sound in pain.
Studio Kids and by friends over at
He sounded in pain
Circle
with that
K.
one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my voice was kind of hoarse on that one, but welcome into the PHNX Rising podcast. Nice. It is your boys. We are here. It is decision day around the corner. Playoffs, the Yoffs, they are here. It's going to be
You're not Sean
next.
DePaz, you can't say that.
They're also not here yet.
You know, they're around the corner. We're getting there. We're going to break it down. Will Phoenix Rising host a match? Maybe. Will Phoenix Rising miss playoffs entirely?
Yeah, Reese, where are they going to finish?
6th or 7th?
Or 4th, 5th, 8th, or 9th?
4th, 5th, 8th, 9th. Yes, absolutely. It could be any one of those, and we are the boys
What are we doing?
here to
What are we
break
doing?
it down for you. I am, of course, Max, Adman Simpson. To my right, your left, we have Rees, the stat lackey, the 6'7" guy. Goodall. How we doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Out of 10, how would you rate your feeling?
Well, I'd rate it 3 out of 4, but I'd also rate it 6 or 7 out
Nice.
of 10.
And to my left, your right, we got Owain, the Oracle Evans.
Hi.
Hello, how we doing? All right, we got
Yeah,
everyone in the
football.
chat. RA just upgraded his membership to a Hall of Fame member. We love to see it. Thank you very much. Get a brand redacted foam bullet. There we go. And Dylan Richards, welcome to MVP.
On.
You get one. Yay.
This is threatening.
Think of it as
I don't
confetti,
like that.
but it's what we got. We got James Wilson in the chat as well. Let's go, boys. Just remember, we have to stick to our score
Deborah as
prediction.
well.
It has
I'm
worked
not
twice
headed to
now.
Pittsburgh, James.
We love it. Deborah in the chat. Hello, everyone. James Wilson saying, is definitely headed to
I'm
Pittsburgh.
not going to Pittsburgh. I will make that clear now. If Rising were below the line going into the day, I was going to go to Pittsburgh, but they are not, so I am not going. So I will be here in... I like how we got someone in the chat saying El Paso loses 3-2. I don't think San Antonio have 1 goal in them, let alone 3.
3 own
That
goals.
would be 3 own goals.
Hey,
Believe it.
we
El Paso
love
scored
it.
5.
Appreciate everyone in here. Big show today. Let's get it going, right? We're going to talk scenarios a little bit later in the show, but we do have to talk about, right? Phoenix Rising with a dub at home on Dollar Beer Night. 1-0 over San Antonio FC.
Very true.
Gentlemen, we were all there. How
Incredibly.
Max was actually there.
I'm always there.
Shout out.
Why would I
a
not
miracle.
be there? As I
So
always say, why would I not-
James, when you asked then where was Max with the Polar Pop, the answer is
Well, I mean, I did.
he didn't come through.
Max is a fraud. Remember that, everybody.
We're gonna
Fraudulent.
playoffs. Anyway,
Yeah, man, whatever.
Phoenix Rising 1-0 over San Antonio. You know, it was one of those, right? Phoenix Rising score early, bit of a slop second half, kind of bunker in. Fair to say.
I wouldn't necessarily say bunker in because I don't think San Antonio offered anything anyway.
But
think
Phoenix Rising wasn't progressing forward.
No,
they
weren't,
were
but they had
content.
chances. They had chances. Look, I think what they were is they were. Again, I described it this way in my post-match column, right? And I said it was less aesthetically pleasing, more pragmatic. And I think that's the way of putting it when you look at the way this team played. Was that a game where you look at and go, oh my, that's, it's so easy on the eye. It's great to watch. No, it wasn't. I mean, I gotta be honest. It was boring. It was a boring game of football, but it was an effective game of football. And at the end of the day, when you're at this point in the season, you want to win. And if that means that you have to play a style of football that looks on the field that day a little bit more boring, that's how you play it. It's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
You needed 3
to get
points.
in.
You needed
3 points. If Rising had lost that game, they would have been below the line. Right now, to be clear. Which, yeah, you can't really afford that, can you?
No. Reese, what do you make?
Well, I got to the game late, so I missed the goal, and then I had to watch roughly 75 minutes of whatever that was. So
How would you rate the game?
not a 6 or 7, that's for certain. Probably like a 2 or 3 from there. But
Ooh.
it was, I mean, again, back to what Owen was saying, though, is over the last few weeks, Rising have really found ways to win games. I mean, obviously the New Mexico one doesn't end their way, but, the first 95 minutes of it, they found the way to get out a result. The North Carolina game, obviously another one where Rising doesn't play the most attractive brand of football. It's not something you want to tune into for a 30-game season, but for, to get into the playoffs in a potential playoff run, Rising is kind of finding their stride for these ugly type of games, which could do them a world of good.
Absolutely. I agree. We got everyone in the chat, by the way, saying what's up, all of that good stuff. Deborah in the chat, we love it. The PHNX dub, emojis, let's go. James Wilson in the chat, I feel like we should have had 3 goals. It's one of those, again, I think there were chances, to be fair. I also do think, I think 2 things can be true, right? Rising had maybe a bit more chances than the, scoreline indicate. But the other thing on the other end, right, when they were going to go up 1-0, so long as they weren't getting too onslaught by San Antonio's attack, which they weren't, because San Antonio was not really creating too much, you kind of hit that point where we're just going to not concede and we're okay not overtly pushing for that second one. Would have helped Rising out, but
unnecessary
and
risks.
that's, I think, kind of where they landed, especially as you got further into that second half.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at the end of the day, San Antonio offered nothing up top. I think we need to be clear about that. And when we talk about this team and Rising got a clean sheet, great. San Antonio haven't scored in 5 games.
Not great.
It's very plausible they could extend that too, Rees.
6 games, maybe even 7 if they get.
If they could.
To clean
They
sheet
could.
playoffs. Well, I mean, though
it is actually possible, right? Because here's the thing: San Antonio, if they make it into the playoffs, they could fail to score against El Paso this week, and then I think if they make it in, I've got to be real. The form this San Antonio squad is in right now, they feel like a perfect case for a first round exit. Like, quite frankly, you look at the teams in this league right now. Do you necessarily want to play Phoenix Rising? I don't think you want to, even if they are the lower seeded team. Do you want to play San Antonio? Oh, absolutely. You want to take San Antonio right now. They are playing awfully.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Listen though, and this is it. This is me not disagreeing because I think momentum is a massive, massive thing. We have also though seen that. I'm not saying the playoffs it's a clean slate and it doesn't matter, and we can get into this a little bit further as well. But we've also seen that you can go on horrible form, and as long as, even if you're playing ugly football, if you eke out a dub, whether that's a 90, whether you go to kicks, it doesn't matter if you advance.
Woke. But yes, I mean, to San Antonio, how bad they were getting into, or not getting into the final third, but getting into the box. They had 73 final third entries, which is more than double what Rising had. Rising only had 35. San Antonio had 14 touches in Rising's box, while Rising had 20 in San Antonio's. San Antonio also only had 2 shots inside the box. Despite that many final third entries, they just were getting shut down time and time again by Rising's defense, which, as I've said before and as we'll continue to say, when the playoffs come, that is a perfect formula for success.
Yeah. 100%. Manuel Wilson echoing the chat. I mean, we had 3 chances for 1 goal, and the goalie ended up with 3 with the save of the week nomination for blocking all 3. Yeah, I mean, it was a combo. Red, I think this is one where, again, you go back to when you're entering this match for Phoenix Rising. You want to be able to enter, the playoffs with more momentum, but first you got to enter the playoffs. And they did what they needed to. You get the 3 points, you maximize your position. You haven't punched your ticket officially, but like we're saying, you at least eliminated a lot of the margin for error that you had there. So did what you could. It's going to be interesting, especially going into this last round matchup, seeing how they approach it. But I think that they enter with, certainly, right, you don't want to play Phoenix Rising now. I think you could say that about a lot of other teams, but that's the beautiful thing and the crazy thing about this playoffs. We've seen number 1 seeds upset. We have seen teams who have had all the momentum have it come crashing down. And then we've also seen where if you've had momentum ending the season strong, you continue that in the playoffs. It really could be a mixed bag.
Can we talk about someone? I'm going to give someone credit here for, I think, probably one of their better performances, the Phoenix Rising shirt in this last game. Noble.
Okello.
I think we've often really kind of... There's been frustration at Noble Okello, right? It's the way of putting it. He hasn't lived up to, I think, the potential that you'd hope for from a player of his physical stature in the midfield. And I think he provided a better presence in the way that they played. I also think part of that is to do with the fact they're looking to wider spaces a little bit earlier. I don't think they're looking to play from the midfield in the way that they maybe once did, which kind of helps a little bit here. But yeah, I just think he had a better performance in this game than we've seen from a lot of the season. How much of that is down to the style? How much of that is down to having Eric Mosu next to him? I don't know, but still, and how much of that is just him stepping up? I don't know, but the combination of everything, I think, has contributed to what looked like on paper one of his better performances that we've seen this year.
I have to agree. I mean, I think the shape certainly helps him out. I mean, with the back three, the two wing backs, both of which Daniel Flores and Colin Smith went down injured. And then obviously, as you mentioned, Jean-Eric Marceau playing in the double pivot with him. It provides him with a lot of options where the kind of 4-3-3 they were playing didn't really, and it also relied on him to carry the ball a lot more. Because he's not having that task put on him, it just alleviates a lot more of the pressure. And as you said, let him have one of his best performances of the season.
All right, we got to talk about that injuries you just brought up there. Colin Smith, Danny Flores, both went down injured during the course of the game.
Yeah.
Flores in the first half, Smith in the second. Both were described as day-to-day. Not sure what we'll see in this case, right? You saw Pierce Rizzo obviously came off the bench in the last one. Ryan Flood, an option out in those wide spaces as well. I believe earlier in the season we saw Ascel Essengue as well play.
In the New Mexico game.
Yeah, so it's interesting to me to see what we'll see come the weekend. They're being described as day-to-day right now. Whether that, I mean, how much of that is there actually day-to-day? How much of that is cards close to the chest? You don't really want Pittsburgh to know if they're going to be playing one of those or not. Time will tell. We'll tell when the lineup comes out against Pittsburgh. I will say from the press conference today as well, kind of asked about, Darius Formella. We haven't seen him for a while. Emi Quayshow, haven't seen him for a while. And I asked, is it a choice? Is it, are they carrying some kind of knock that we don't know about? And it's always a choice. So take that as you will.
Sure.
But
playoff heroes.
You kind of wonder if Emi Quayshow could do a role in this team right now. If
top pins,
Darius Formella, I understand the form just hasn't been there all season. Quite frankly, the last 2 seasons the form hasn't been there, other than the odd tiny little flash. I'm intrigued at the complete lack of Emi Quayshow we've seen recently. I think if you go into a scenario now with both Daniel Flores and Colin Smith are out for the next game, and Emi Quayshow doesn't make the match day squad, and he doesn't pick up a knock of his own, I think that's quite telling. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, the Colin Smith injury, right? Non-contact, a bit of a start-stop.
Tell you what, actually, if we want to talk about fullbacks, should I throw this one in?
Please.
The fact that Rising effectively let San Antonio play Harvey Neville because they just weren't worried about him.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
And then spent a lot of the first half just targeting him with
created
DJ.
a chance.
Hey,
Harvey Neville is awful. Let's be real.
Harvey Neville could play for this team again next season.
Thing. No, he won't. I'm sorry. If you're telling San Antonio you can play him against this team because you really don't care.
Yeah.
But my question is, why sign him in the first place? We all knew this guy was no good. I think
we've been questioning that though since
the minute he signed, everyone thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he is just not rated. It's pretty... I mean, I don't know, from what it sounds like, San Antonio actually quite like him.
Carlos Llamosa knows him from his time in Portland, who was also in Portland when Harvey Neville was in Portland?
El Farolito, who beat him.
No, I was more going for his dad. But yes, El Farolito did beat him. And I think Harvey got a red in that game too.
He did. That's why he missed the Open Cup game this year.
Yes.
Yes.
The Burrito Brava.
I mean...
Is he still there, by the way, Phil Neville? I don't follow MLS enough to immediately be able to tell you. He may well be, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what the fullback depth looks like. Again, Colin Smith didn't look great. Looked a little bit worse than it was if it's considered day-to-day. Definitely a bit more promising. on a more positive note, right? We talk about momentum. We talk about going strong into playoffs. Charlie Dennis, right? It was his 4th goal in as many matches. Right? You want to have a guy who, if he's ending the season strong, regardless of how we're putting the ball in the back of the net, he's doing so. He makes his club better. And that is a very real asset, especially when you get to these playoff matches. We've seen all it takes. It could be one goal. It could be one goal that decides an entire match, a 1-0 game, a 2-1 match. Sometimes those different makers make all the difference. So you're lucky to have Charlie Dennis on your squad right now.
It's up to 10 goals in all comps.
Like that.
I mean,
double digits.
To be fair, a good few of those came against Tex Elmer.
Hey,
3.
take it.
Yeah, but
3 of them.
I mean, to me, he kind of helped
30%.
rescue that game. Shoot. Anything else from this match?
Anything else to say?
It was boring.
Insightful.
Yeah.
That's
Rees
good.
good.
Jean-Eric Merceau, I thought he looked really, really good as well alongside Okello. And I think everyone's kind of putting him as a signing for next year, but I think he has shown himself to make an impact this season. I've been impressed with a lot of the things he does, especially passing. I thought that I was a little nervous with his passing when I watched his very limited film available online. But he's been impressive in this limited time.
Yeah, 100%. And that kid echoing Charlie's the new Quajo clutch spot. Okay, interesting.
You know what? Here's my real question: the way this team is moving, and this is like looking a bit more into the future, maybe. You've got Calvin Arasa on the bench, knowing his pace with this shape and the way they're playing in this shape. Do you see him having more of a role to play right now? Because it's kind of an awkward one, right? Because I think you look at that front 3, quote unquote. And it's Darius Johnson who brings a similar kind of like his pacey kind of skill set to Calvin in that sense, right? He's a pacey winger. Charlie Dennis, who has just made himself undroppable
100%,
right now.
100%.
And then Hope Avayevu was like a false 9. Who, again, I don't know if can you really drop him? Do you want a different kind of character? Because Calvin Arasa is not a false 9.
Would you even...
He's a different kind of role.
He's a good change of pace guy. Bring him off the bench.
Dare use him as like... If you have no depth at all at wingback, I feel like his pace would be able to thrive there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think if it's a no depth situation,
Well, your depth right now is assuming Daniel Flores and Colin Smith aren't ready to go Saturday. Your depth is Ryan Flood, who has struggled this season.
He's a guy.
And Pierce Rizzo, who's 18 and isn't known, and self-admittedly isn't known for his pace.
Emil Quaisha,
but by the sounds of it,
that might be your answer.
has found himself Ryan flooded.
Yeah,
Wow.
in the mailroom.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Definitely something we can talk
That's
about.
a throwback, isn't it? Though?
Yeah.
The Ryan Flood mailroom.
Yeah.
That was 2022. That was 3 years ago.
That was 3 or
Remember that?
2 Ryan Flood stints ago.
And then he went to El Paso and scored a banger.
Yeah. What a day.
What a day that was. Were you there, Rees?
I was not there.
See, I was there. That was a goal. That was a goal.
Well,
Fair
we
play.
got more to talk about Phoenix Rising's upcoming matchup on the other side of this break. Well, what more can we say about our friends at Gila River Resorts and Casinos?
I don't know, Max. What can you say?
Let them know, Kevin, producer behind the brand redacted computer. Gila River Resorts and Casinos is the place to watch all the sports, right? You want to go watch little Phoenix Rising, little USL Championship end of the season matchup? Go watch it. They got the sportsbook there as well. They got their upper deck kitchen and bar. They got 4 locations throughout the valley. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos because it's just phenomenal, right? The rooms are great. The food is fantastic. The casino floor, it is vast. It is cavernous. It goes on and on and on. And
remember,
if
if you want to win money, bet against Max.
That's true. I'm a big put on black guy, maybe put on red. That's okay. But it's a great time. Gila River Resorts and Casinos has all the amenities and options for you. It truly is one of the best places to have an afternoon, have a day in the valley. Have a day. You do you with our friends at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playathila.com to learn more. Also, shout out to friends at Kemper. For more than 15 years, Access Insurance Agency of Arizona has provided affordable and reliable car insurance to drivers in the Phoenix metro area. As a dedicated part of the community, Access Auto helps Arizona drivers get insured by offering flexible coverage options and accepting various forms of ID, driving histories, and license types. By partnering with over 20 insurance carriers, they make it easy for you to compare rates and find the best policy for your budget. With bilingual Spanish-speaking agents at 9 convenient locations across the valley, Access agents are ready to assist customers in finding the right coverage for their budgets and identifying available discounts. Both cash and card payments are accepted for added convenience. Access Auto, trusted by the community, rooted in Phoenix, and ready to help. All statements are subject to the terms and conclusions and conditions of the applicable policy. In all instances, the current policy contains language prevails. Coverage is subject to individual policyholders meeting underwriting qualifications, state availability. Other terms, conditions, and exclusions may apply. Shout out our friends at Access Insurance Agency of Arizona. Also, we're back here on the PHNX.
James, want to know if you are buying beers.
I'll get to that in a second. By the way, make sure to join us at Polaris Club. Again, we got multiple people hopped in at the beginning, right? All right. Dylan, part of the supporters club. Sign up today on our YouTube page. $5 a month. Get a badge next to your name. Get to live chat. Spam us with emoji. Listen, all these other beats, right? We're watching PHNX Cardinals, PHNX Suns, PHNX Sun Devils, whatever you're watching. They all have the cool emojis, and that's all great. I mean, listen, maybe enough people join because of PHNX Rising. Maybe get a Max is buying beers. Maybe get that kind of emoji. We can have some fun with it.
Are you going to actually buy beers?
We can have some fun. Access those emojis.
Max,
join the Hall of Fame team for $15 a month to unlock bonus content, behind the scenes vlogs, everything. We appreciate you guys supporting us. Thank you for those who've already done so. And if you're interested in doing so, again, join that in the YouTube page. James is Peach is having a watch party and his Max is buying beers. Well, we are going to be going on the road, so us having a watch party might be a little difficult. However, Max is buying.
You know what? If you find Max on the road, if Max does indeed make the away trip for the playoffs, maybe he'll buy you a beer.
Maybe, yeah, sure.
If he sees you on the road.
Yes.
Going off to support Rising in a different city. Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that. Yeah. That's fair. Deborah in chat, please hit the
he
like
might even
button.
hit up Circle K, actually, be fair. Get a box, take it back to the hotel and just hand them out.
Well, hold on now. But yeah,
it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes.
Hit the like button, as Deborah.
Of course, he's getting them for Circle K, though.
I mean, where else would I go? We are in studio with the Studio K Lounge. Bye. Circle K. Absolutely love it.
Studio K is over there.
We're back. PHNX Rising podcast, guys. So we got an upcoming opponent, right? Pittsburgh. End of season away. Beautiful stadium, by the way. Like you talk about away day. You say that's definitely one of your more top away days.
Yeah, I mean the thing is
we're harkening back to last season.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not a bad away day. I really like the stadium, the location. It's all really nice. But I mean that team as a whole, they are a tough, gritty, real pint of wine kind of team. And Rees will get that reference.
I don't.
Oh, that's poor. Big Sam Allardyce, pint of wine.
Oh, I should. Yeah,
you should have gotten that.
That's
one.
poor.
That's
I apologize.
a classic.
I'd
The
like
pint
to
of
apologize
wine.
to everybody.
That's a Bob Lilly team here right there, but they don't have Bob Lilly right now.
Yeah,
who is on administrative leave for reasons we don't know, and apparently no one seems to know.
Well, they just scored 3 goals last week against Monterey Bay, which clearly shows his impact is completely thrown out the window because a Bob Lilly team scoring 3 goals, unheard of.
Unheard of. Yes. I mean, listen, interesting kind of matchup for Phoenix Rising. I don't know. This is the one, and I know we'll get into the playoff scenarios and everything in a little bit. But like, as for Phoenix Rising, right? Like, you know what you need to do to clinch. How aggressive do you come to this one? Because what we're also saying, and again, we'll kind of run through what that looks like. But depending on where you finish and depending on where others finish in the table, if you get a higher seed, that actually may not be necessarily the matchup that you would want. So if you're Phoenix Rising, you can't predict and you can't control what's out of your hand within the other matches. How do you look to do this? They're obviously going to say, and as they should,
want to win.
That's the same. They're professionals. Of course, they're going to want to win. But how aggressive on the front foot do you want to go with this one?
Yeah, you want to go out there and win.
Yeah.
I think the key thing here is that if you don't win, you've got no chance of playing at home.
That's true.
The other thing about it is if you lose, it's completely out of your hands. Anything could happen. A draw guarantees you'll be going away to El Paso, but a loss, it's completely out of your hands. To Rees's point earlier, would you like to know when the last time they drew a game, they scored 3 or more goals in a game was? Under Bob Lilly, that is.
June 7th, I don't know.
No, it's actually October of last year, and it was against the Miami FC.
Anyone can score
It was
3
in
goals
October
against
last
the
year.
Miami FC,
It's
except
4
for
for them.
Rising that year.
They then
only
scored 3
2.
against Birmingham Legion in the August of the
Wilson
same
says,
year.
let's go for the home
And 5
playoff
against
match.
Oakland,
Love
3
it.
against Hartford. Lots of goals last year. This year, not so much.
He only scored 32, which for the rest of the playoff teams, bar Rhode Island and Detroit right now in the Eastern Conference, that's quite poor. But you would also kind of expect them to be grouped with the Rhode Island and Detroit because what are they also known for playing, Max?
What, Detroit?
Yeah, in Rhode Island.
Yeah, scary ball.
Pint of wine ball.
It's not fun.
Yeah, scary ball.
I think there's also a point to be made here that you look at them, they've conceded 28 goals. Rising's conceded 48 this season.
It's not awesome.
But if we want
To be fair, Rising haven't conceded the most in the league now. Legion have also conceded 48. Both Lights and Tampa Bay have conceded 49. Indy have conceded 50. And the Oakland Roots have conceded 52.
Okay.
Reese?
Okay.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Reese, read the chat, please.
Don't do it.
Amanda's birthday is literally June 7th, aka 6/7. We will be having a party then. Max, will you bring a Polar Pop to that birthday party for Amanda?
He should do.
Getting back to what this podcast is named for, not the 6-7 podcast. Right. If we do want to manipulate the stats, and if we do want to go after recency bias, right? If you do take a 2-game sample size, you look at all throughout the league, last 2 matches, Phoenix Rising tied for the hottest team in the league. The only other team.
What kind of stat is that, Max
The
Simpson?
only other club in the last 2 matches to get all 6 points.
That might be the
Riverhounds.
most cherry-picked
Pittsburgh
stat I have
Riverhounds,
ever
baby.
heard in my life. Yeah, in the last 3 away games played at 3 p.m., Rising are like, that's just terrible.
But here's the thing. It's a fact. And listen, it's a small sample size.
Do you know Rising's really good under a full moon?
All we're talking about is momentum heading into this match.
Yeah.
Is it something? Is it something? Is it nothing? We're asking the question here.
Well, I mean, I think that it could be something. It could be nothing. I mean, you have to consider that Rising has to travel all the way across the country.
it's true.
Play a game.
This is what we were talking about a
4
couple
p.m.
weeks ago. It's a lot of factors.
Yeah, and it's turf, right? I'm pretty sure it's turf. It's not great.
It's going to
turf,
be cold.
Which, yeah,
and they're playing the team that, barring Louisville, is the form team in the entire league. They have the most points in their last 5 of any team in the league, bar Louisville.
Guess the temperature at kickoff.
Too low. It's going to be like 55 or something.
Max, you guess? Guess, Max.
Sounds pretty good. No, I'll go 58.
No.
53.
To be clear, that's at 6, and it's actually going to drop below that, though. So I don't know. Let's have a look.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're 3 hours ahead. Duh.
Yeah.
That's on me.
It's
poor, Reese. It's poor.
Pittsburgh in their own right, traveling cross country to Monterey Bay, putting 3 on them. So granted, they're hosting this match, but they had a little cross country travel in their own right.
Augie Williams goal.
Augie Williams, big guy.
Augie Williams, I think he's been in this league since Max was a young boy. It just feels like he's been here forever. It was with Portland 2, LA Galaxy 2, San Diego. San Diego, then Charleston, Indy. Yeah, I mean, he's been in this league since Max was just a wee little lad. He's had kind of an up and down
season. It's disturbing when you say that because he's actually younger than me and therefore also Max.
Yeah, but Max is old, so you're not, Owen.
Thank you.
He has 9 goals this season, which is for compared to other forwards is the 27th percentile, which not great. But his defensive contributions, like any Bob Lilly team, even though he's not there, they still have his DNA.
Slightly concerning.
Yeah, that sounded weird, but they know they're gonna defend. They know they're gonna defend well.
That's how they usually do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's I'm sorry.
They're going to look to play for Augie Williams, I think, in the attack. They're also going to be quite compact at the back. Look, this is a team that you really have to just be, I think, smart to not letting them get up. Yeah. Because if you give them a chance, they're very hard to break down. Now, they got Eric Dick in goal, who is the reigning goalkeeper of the year, apparently, in this league.
I
don't disagree. I don't disagree, but I do also feel as though, again, it's kind of a comment on, I think, the team.
Yes.
the defensive solidness there. Someone else I'll bring up there. Let's talk about Robbie Mertz. Chance creating. What do you think about Robbie Mertz?
He's a footballer.
He's a footballer, yeah. These guys give me nothing to work with.
What else you got there, Owen?
He creates a lot of chances for him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in Pittsburgh for a few years now. I just think that, if you can get him out of the game, that's going to be a pretty
51 key passes, but only 2 assists. So
yeah, well, this team doesn't necessarily score a lot.
That's also down to the finishing.
It is down to the finishing. I think that's the thing. Assists are one of those stats that I kind of...
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't using that to discredit
What's
Mertz.
the expected assist?
I was using that more so to discredit the rest of the team, not Mertz.
Yeah, that's fair. But I think they're stepping up right now. That's a key thing here.
It's fair. Okay, okay. From a Phoenix Rising perspective, right? We talked a bit about the injuries. We talked a bit about key contributors from last match, right? Anyone we're looking forward to, you say, hey, I want him on the team sheet. I want him to play.
Charlie Dennis. That's really, I think that's a guy who has to be there.
That's nailed on.
It's so easy. You want to get any of these top 4 goal scorers off of their current numbers, which, by the way, Rees, right now, what would those numbers be?
I'm assuming 6 and 7.
Laddies, the top 4 goal scorers are all on either 6 or 7 goals for the year.
I'm so happy the producer cam is not working.
I know, because Kevin is just loving life right there.
Sit down.
Don't tell our producer what to do, Max.
Just did.
Cut his mic.
He won't. He probably will. He can.
He absolutely could if he wants.
Charlie Dennis hat trick to get to 10 goals.
Double digits.
It's possible.
Actually,
I think that's the thing. Is this team has really spread out the goals, but at the same time, again, you just. I think this is going to be a challenge for them next year. You've got to find a proven goal scorer up top, right? Teams that go far in this league tend to do so with someone who is going to get you that 12 plus goals a season.
Need it.
Right? Now, the question is Charlie Dennis going to be back? I don't know. Is Charlie Dennis going to be able to replicate the kind of form we've seen at times this year over the whole year? I don't know. But still, we'll see. From Rising's perspective, I think whoever plays at fullback is going to have to wingback. Sorry, he's going to have to put in a good performance. I don't know if it's going to be the people we've seen as the starters per se.
That's fair.
I think you've also got to take your chances up top because the way that this team plays, even if they look defensively solid right now in this shape, if they're presuming they stick with the current shape that they're in. It's not necessarily going to be one that's going to create a load of chances and you can expect to miss 12 and be okay. I think you're going to have to take your chances a little bit more. And against a better team, I think you really are going to have to take your chances a bit more because they did give San Antonio a little bit of, an opening into the game if they were to take it. The thing is that San Antonio weren't good. They were bad.
They were.
Very bad.
Very poor. Very, very poor.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's a stat, Max.
Hit me.
If Charlie Dennis and Hope Avayevu don't score, one of them doesn't get a hat trick against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It would be the 4th time dating back to the Arizona United days, which features seasons with less games than this one.
That's fair.
That Rising would go without a 10-goal scorer in the league.
Yeah.
Can you name the other 3 seasons?
Last year.
Last year's one.
22.
22 is the other.
Would be even in 20 they scored.
Yep. 20.
I was gonna say 20. The 20 they. You said this includes the.
This
Arizona
includes
United
Arizona United.
Oh man, long time, whatever. 20. No, 2016.
2014. Long time.
First year when Longtan didn't have a full stretch for them. Yeah.
That's fair. Yes. Well,
thank you for the stats, Rees.
Stalaki.
He's back. Now he just has to get back in the hot dog.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we were already doing our research for some of these away trips. And you know what? We do want to make score predictions, and we will on the other side of the break. Listen, gotta look good. Talking on the pod. Rep it with Brandon Bills. Brandon Bills. Yeah, I see. Well, there's another hat. There's another hat. There's
no. Put it on.
Look at all these hats. Look at all these hats. They have a D-backs hat. They have a Stay Flag hat. They have their own classic hat.
He's throwing them at you.
He's throwing them in our direction.
Give him the U of A ones.
Brandon
we know
Bills,
Max loves the U of A ones.
Well, you can just stack them.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
All right, well.
They're all U of A on Max. He loves his U of A.
I'm repping my college, which is ASU, but they also have, of course, U of A.
That's just the state of Arizona, I think, that one.
ASU, Phoenix Suns, all the different colleges from
there we
throughout
we leave it at that. because that's mad.
The Nation,
You're
and they
wearing
have
all
all
the
different
hats.
styles, especially even going into the fall and into the holiday season. This is
How
the
many
great
can we put
time.
on his head?
This is the
Here,
great
I'll put the ASU one on top.
This is the great time to do so. Again, save some money during the holidays. My head's actually a little heavy. With all this great Brandon Bill swag on me, use that promo code BBPHNX for 15% off your order. Do it for the holidays. It's a great time to do it. Do so now. Also, shout our friends over at Chicken and Pickle. Kevin, you can attest to this. We had at our tailgate on Sunday. Cardinals, by the way, shellacking against the Packers. Well, not shellacking, a heartbreaking loss as it is. But you know what is not heartbreaking? We came back, had some breakfast burritos, and you tell me, how darn good was it?
Yeah,
Max,
no,
you're
I
a fake
actually,
Cardinals
no,
fan
I
as well,
actually
let's be real.
can. I actually can attest. For a second, I was like, "Where is this going?"
Where is it going?
But
We
no,
got it back.
the breakfast burritos, even on a leftover vibe, were delicious. I
Phenomenal.
was actually very taken aback by how
And by the
well
way,
they held up
yes,
overnight.
and they have the chicken. They have the pickleball. They have chicken and waffles. They have the breakfast burritos. Their food is fantastic. It is a great place to go ahead of, during, and after a Cardinals game, as well as if you're in the West Side. Everything is great there at Chicken and Pickle. Indoor and outdoor pickleball, cornhole, life-size battleship, everything there. Go to chickenpickle.com to check them out today, and go check them out on the West Side over in Glendale. We're back. PHNX Rising podcast. I'm gonna see how long I can get this before my head kind of caves in with all these lovely
Well,
Brandon
you're
Bills
so
hats.
committed to the partners right here.
You know
You've
I
gotta
am.
show 'em off like
You
that.
know I am.
Don't duck your head too
Don't
far
duck your head,
forward.
Max.
or
That's
it'll
horrible.
That's fair. It's a little. It's a little scoop. Give me a score prediction, please. Chat, put them in there as well. Hit that like button.
Score
Let's get it going.
prediction.
Get that going.
6-7. That's my prediction. No, I'm kidding.
it's not.
Oh,
Don't you dare do
My-
that again, Rees.
my prediction.
I think Max has thrown 6 or 7 bullets this pod.
I think he has.
might have.
I think he has.
I'm going to go 0-0. I'm going to go for a thriller.
That's a.
I'm gonna go for a
0-0.
much better match than what's Owen predicting. What is Owen predicting? 1-0, Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Okay. I'll go 1-1.
Oh,
Oh.
just beautiful match.
We love
we're
it.
predicting
Boys,
here.
we
love
are
it.
going to El Paso. We should talk about the
We
scenario.
all know we're gonna end
hold
up at
on.
Albuquerque.
Let's get in there.
We're
By the way,
all
first,
going
Kevin,
on
producer extraordinaire, can we please get a prediction from you?
Western Conference tour.
0-0.
Thank you, Kevin. We are going to El Paso,
James
boys.
Wilson, 2-1 rising.
3
loss.
goals?
Amanda Wilson, 2-1 rising.
3 goals?
Win. The Wilsons are a house divided. Okay. Love to see it. Keep on throwing it in there as well. You know what? Let's should take a look at the scenarios, and we do have a little graphic, shall
Graphic.
we? The graphic.
Ooh.
Player scenarios. This decision day 2025. So,
Font's a little tough to
If
read.
Rising wins, stop with this, Rees. He was doing this the whole time. If Rising wins, they're going to finish 4th as long as El Paso loses.
very big.
However, otherwise they're going to be 5th. So a draw or a win for El Paso means Rising can't finish in the top 4. Now, if Rising draws, they're in 5th place. Confirmed. They will be away to El Paso.
Yes.
Nice. Simple. And if Rising loses, the best they can finish is 5th. And eventually San Antonio, Colorado Springs, Lexington, and Orange County are all playing. We'll talk about what games they have in a sec. But any of those teams that win overtake Rising if Rising loses, which means, in theory, the worst case scenario, all 4 of them win, Rising loses, Rising would finish 9th and not make it into the postseason.
This is
tipping
It
again.
is
I'm
such
pulling it
a
back.
Phoenix Rise. You know, actually, I can't even say this is a Phoenix Rising team because this is the first time I feel in a while where there's actually a lot riding on the last match, where literally it can be a variety of different things happening. But I will say, after the season, just everything going on, it is so classic that yes, you could be hosting a playoff match for the first time in 4 years, or completely missing the playoffs. Gosh, you gotta love the
What's
USL
going on?
Championship.
This
Never
league.
a
This
dull
league.
day. Well, first, let's
We don't promote other podcasts.
we
on
already,
that, so-
true.
we already
Sorry, Ryan
kind
Sikora.
of we already kind of broke down right our predictions and the matchup against Pittsburgh. So that's the Rising angle, right? It seems very much anything. A lot of us are thinking draw, maybe a win, maybe a loss, a bit of all over the place. Let's look around, and you have to do a bit
Can I
of
also talk about the
scoreboard watching.
Pittsburgh angle, by the way, just so
Yes,
you
of
know
course.
what they're
That
looking
is
at
fair,
going
yes,
into their
absolutely.
game. If they win, they know they're going to host.
So they
if
have a
they
lot of
drop
incentive.
points,
Yes.
they may not be hosting
Yes.
in the first
So they
round.
have incentive
So
to get
they
it
have a
done.
lot of incentive. They need in their mind to win. I mean, a draw, maybe enough, but again, you're one of the first games kicking off that day. You gotta get a result.
Can we talk about that? That's so stupid that all the games don't kick off at the same time.
It's pretty
New
dumb.
Mexico's playing on Friday.
Yeah, it's
What
pretty
are we doing?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Get them all at the same time. Make it happen.
Why are we playing Eastern Conference opponents on the last day?
You know what?
Also,
Here's the thing. No, to be fair, if they organised it so that all of the Eastern teams were playing each other, so then you could just kick off at a straight like 7:30 Eastern time,
Yes.
and all of the Western Conference teams were
Doable.
playing each other, so you're kicking off at like 7 Pacific time, and you have arranged that it works for everyone or whatever. So if you can kick off at 5, let's say if you're in Central or
Yeah.
you're playing away from home,
Yes.
okay. Actually, it'd be the other way around. It would be,
No,
the Pacific would be kicking off at 5.
We get you.
Central. But
We get
if
you.
you could fiddle around with that, it will be okay. I'm
Yes.
fine with that. Yeah, I agree. It's weird. I hate it.
It's
I
weird.
hate it. I hate the tiebreakers. You know who else didn't like it? Pa-Modou Kah was quite confused. It was like, wait, they don't all kick off at the same time.
It's just
and then we
bizarre.
had
That's
to
a
kind
true
of
decision day.
we were
That's a true-
talking through
Yeah.
the tiebreakers with him, and he's just like, why don't they just do goal difference? It's like,
That's
we-
a great
we
question.
agree.
This is the USL Championship. Whatever
yes.
makes sense, we don't do it.
You gotta love it.
Why make sense when you can make
Whatever this
Hey.
USL Championship?
So Phoenix Rising, obviously incentive to win their match. Pittsburgh Riverhounds incentivized to win their match. So let's break this down, right? Phoenix Rising would need El Paso to lose. And of course Phoenix Rising to win, like we mentioned, in order for Phoenix Rising to host that playoff match. El Paso is away to San Antonio FC. Do we believe that San Antonio can come through even with a 1-0 Bourne Ball win?
I do.
No.
Wait for it.
It's a derby game.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be a knocked in there.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
I could see it.
derby games are always a little crazy.
San Antonio has a lot to play for.
Is the Copa Tejas still up for grabs?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it actually? Oh wow. So they
Well, they only played each. This is 2 teams.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
They
I
play each
forgot
other.
about that. Dumb and idiot. But I also, there's that shield where they combine in all the different levels.
No, but that's
which
just
is
nonsense.
awesome. Oh, it's total.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not.
Hey,
gonna lie.
and they include teams from separate league. It's just awesome. It's what it's all about.
No, it's not.
No, it's very USL Championship is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it also includes NWSL
which just make
and MLS, doesn't it? And probably USL 1 now as well, because you
Do
got
they have-
Texoma.
Do they have a second one though?
No, but for the Shield.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
true.
saying?
You gotta love it. So okay,
Isn't the trophy like a cowboy hat chip and dip
Yes,
type
it
thing?
is. I feel like we found it before on
Yeah, it's a chip
Amazon.
and dip platter that's like a cowboy hat. See,
Very
look at
tick.
this.
Very tick.
Yes, that's
we
awesome.
kind of need to hang
That's
on a
pretty
minute.
sick. I can't lie.
Wait,
No,
can
it's
I'm
not,
gonna
Max.
send this to
I like functional
Max,
trophies.
if you can find it at like Party City, it's not
Don't
that
forget.
cool.
Stop it.
Or
Stop.
what other party shops?
Stop.
Spirit Halloween.
Stop.
Um,
Cut his mic.
I just, by the way, can I ask our producer here to please? I've just sent it over. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Kev.
yes.
Hopefully we'll get that up to show
while
you
we're
guys
looking
in a
that up,
minute.
right?
The
So
Copa Tejas.
So, right, San Antonio and El Paso both have something to play for. Again, keep in mind that Phoenix Rising match against Pittsburgh Riverhounds is going to kick off 4 p.m. local time. San Antonio and El Paso kicks off at 6:30. So here's the thing. Unless Phoenix Rising draws, which again, they're 5th, it's solidified there. If they win or lose, their immediate scoreboard watching, they're going to have to wait at least, a couple hours until their match ends. So gotta love it. That's one of the matchups there. I guess if we're doing predictions, I'm curious. Saka El Paso, what do we think of the result there?
I think El Paso.
They're playing San Antonio.
Sorry,
Excuse me,
San
El Paso,
Antonio.
San Antonio. What do you think
Very
of the
different.
result there?
I think that in this one, actually, of all the underdog to win ones, I think
Yes.
this is the one that's least likely.
Interesting. I disagree.
I disagree too because again, this is USL, but also it's a derby game, rivalry game, whatever you want to call it. And I think anything can really happen in those. Now, granted, with
San
the
Antonio's
form the
score
two
is
teams are on,
horrible.
absolutely. San
Horrible.
Antonio, bless them, they can score if the goal was the size of the pitch. That's how bad it was against
The
Rising.
worst form in the league.
It's bad. But again, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. No, we've
Are we
seen
doing
crazier
score
things.
predictions for all of them or what?
I mean,
I don't think score. Let's just go.
I mean,
result predictions.
even just seeing. So
I'm
so
gonna
we're thinking,
go.
we're
I'm
thinking
gonna
it's
go
possible.
draw.
You think it's a draw? So you think that El Paso
boring draw.
You think that El Paso is not losing, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
To me, I'd be very, very shocked if El Paso lost.
All right, fair enough.
Pleasant surprise if Rising can win. If Rising can't win, that's a pretty miserable. If Rising lose,
whoa.
Yes.
Yes.
And yes.
All right, so that's one to look out for. Okay,
Yikes.
so you're looking at who's right below Phoenix Rising within the pecking order. So then we turn our attention to Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and they play away at FC Tulsa. Again, a 6 p.m. kickoff. So again, Phoenix Rising fans, if Phoenix Rising lose, you will have to be waiting for that result as well to determine where they're positioning. FC Tulsa, right? I mean, they are pretty darn good. They are number one in the West. They are cleared. They have really, in theory, nothing to play for. Do we think FC Tulsa wants to show out for this one, or do you think this is one where Colorado Springs can actually get a relatively easy dub on this one?
They have 0 to play for,
That's
but it
what I'm
won't
saying.
be easy.
Yeah?
Is my thought. It doesn't mean that there's not a risk that Tulsa are a little bit maybe don't feel an urgency in this one and potentially, offer Colorado Springs a route into the game. I will also say I watched the Colorado Springs game against Las Vegas, and there is nothing that convinces me that team is particularly good. Welcome to the conversation you're in right now, Phoenix Rising. But I don't know. I feel as though it's possible, but I'd still say unlikely. You know what I'm going to say? Draw.
I think that if FC Tulsa wasn't coming off their 1-1 draw against El Paso, where it took a 92nd minute goal to even walk away with a point, I think that if they had won that game, they would have a lot less urgency in this Colorado Springs game, just because you've won, you just can kind of shut up shop and wait for the postseason to start. Yeah. Since you drop points, you don't really want to drop points twice to end the season. And I mean, two matches dropping points heading into the playoffs, that wouldn't be optimal by any means.
No.
So that's the matchup, right? Colorado Springs Switchbacks currently in 6th. And we mentioned San Antonio FC,
7th?
right? In 7th with their aforementioned matchup against El Paso. So then you look even further down, right? Again, if Phoenix Rising loses, all of the teams below them within that 6 through 9 spot, if they win, Phoenix Rising's out. The next up would be Lexington SC. They do travel, right, to Oakland Roots, but Oakland has absolutely nothing to play for.
Winnable.
Nothing to play for. Very winnable match for Lexington.
Give me a Lexington win.
And that is an 8 p.m. kickoff. So again, this is the crazy thing, right? You're looking at this from a doomsday scenario of there's a very real chance where Phoenix Rising, right? To me, I actually think Phoenix Rising getting the dub, that it could be actually one of the tougher things of this entire thing. So if Phoenix Rising, they're going to know their fate very early on, depending on how their matchup goes. You might be in a doomsday scenario if they lose, because you're watching each of the teams directly below you. And it's a little bit late, winnable game, and it's a little bit later kickoff, a little bit later kickoff, a little bit later kickoff. You might be doom watching, and you might be doom hoping till around, give or take, 9:45, 10 p.m. local time to find out Phoenix Rising's fate.
If Phoenix Rising loses,
yes,
San Antonio pull off a win,
yes,
and Colorado Springs pull off a win, you're going
sweating.
to be
clenching,
bricking it going into those last 2 games. Because let me be clear, those last 2 games are, in my mind, the ones that are actually most likely to swing against Phoenix Rising.
Lexington traveling to Orange County with nothing to play for.
Lexington traveling to Oakland.
Come on, Max.
Yeah, Orange County the next up.
Oh my God.
Lexington to Oakland, with Oakland having nothing to play for. Very realistic that
Orange
Lexington
County
could get
Indy
home with a win.
11.
Indy aren't doing great in the Eastern Conference. That's a win. And yes, Indy are going to be motivated because they need a result. Long trip, late night. I don't think it's easy for Eastern Conference teams going into the West.
Yeah.
There's a lot. You got to bear in mind, you got that time difference kicking in as well, right? You kick off late at night. That's how it feels to you. You're kicking off at 10 o'clock at night kind of thing. Not fun. Not easy. I think that both of those 2 teams could genuinely win their games.
Back to Oakland, they have the 2nd worst home record in the entire league. The Coliseum is not a fortress by any means.
Oh, yes.
And then is it Birmingham Legion?
It is Birmingham Legion.
Then is it Phoenix Rising or no?
No.
It
it's
was
Miami FC. Then it's tied with Vegas, Tampa Bay, and Rising.
Yes.
But goal difference has Rising.
Absolutely. Well, after going through all of these kind of predictions and everything, I want to make a judgment of where Phoenix Rising is finishing. We're going to do so on the other side of our final break. We do love our friends over at Rally House. We were there, right? Do a little gift card giveaway at the PHNX Cardinals tailgate, right? A lot of these things in this room repped by Rally House. They have all the sicko stuff, right? You're a fan, the Suns, the Cardinals, D-backs, ASU, U of A, Phoenix Rising, everything there. They have everything there. We're not talking about just the jerseys or the shirts and all this other great stuff, which they very much do. But we're talking in the weeds, some weird off-the-wall stuff that if you're a sicko, it's fantastic, right?
Look at just because.
We love that. You got pint glass. You got
I know
socks,
he's going to.
You
Rally
got
House.
everything. Solid bookmans, absolutely.
100% going to Rally House.
Absolutely going to the Rally House. We love it, right? Rally House is fantastic. It has 3 locations throughout the valley. Of course, you can get everything and shop online as well at rallyhouse.com. It is the best place to get sports anything if you are a diehard Arizona sports fan, which I know all of you in the chat very much are. Again, go to rallyhouse.com to stock up and show out today. And of course, gotta thank our friends over at Circle K. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Tomorrow, Fuel Day, October 23rd. Tomorrow, it is Fuel Day. Do you like saving money? Raise your hand. You're crazy. You're a crazy man. You're a crazy man. I want to save 40 cents per gallon for Inner Circle members, which again is a free sign up. All you have to do is download the Circle K app, opt in with just a phone number to sign up for free to their Inner Circle membership, and you get 40 cents off per gallon. Things are expensive these days, but it doesn't have to be over at Circle K. You like saving money. You like saving money from 6 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. We're talking, what is that math? 18 hours? 18 hours of fuel savings tomorrow.
Numbers.
Thursday, October 23rd at participating locations. Inner Circle members, do it now. It is free to become an Inner Circle member. Do it. Of course, they have their meal deals, all the different snacks. It is America's Thirst Stop. It's Arizona's Thirst Stop. It's PHNX's Thirst Stop. Do it today. Fuel Day. Save that money. Do that tomorrow and do it now. Let's go. All right. Score predictions. Where Phoenix Rising will finish in the West.
This is a slightly different one. I will say I ran a simulation of this one. It's not going to give you the numbers, but it gives you opponents.
Question mark?
No, it was not AI. I set this up myself. So here we go. I'm giving Rising a 53.6% chance of going away to El Paso.
No way. I think it's 55.
Yeah, 14.4% chance of New Mexico.
We were all waiting for what he was going to say.
13.6% chance of a home game, actually, which would always be against El Paso. 12.1% chance of Sacramento. 5.8% chance of going to Tulsa. And a 0.5% chance that they miss the playoffs altogether. That's pretty low, to be fair. If you're sitting there looking at a 99.5% chance of making the playoffs,
just handling
and you miss.
You miss. The face.
If they miss next Wednesday,
what are you gonna do? Do something. Make a big commitment.
No, it's just gonna be a good show. No, no. Max is getting a tattoo if they miss the playoffs, and if they make the playoffs, he's also getting a tattoo. So Max is getting a tattoo.
That's crazy. No, what?
Not the first time he's done it.
No, it's just gonna be an interesting show. There's gonna be a lot to talk about.
We're gonna be doing a tattoo.
What are you doing? The hot dog challenge.
I'm not doing the hot dog challenge until A, Max eats an almond joy. B, Max buys the people beers. C, Max gets a tattoo.
No, can I make a comment here? I like to make a point. Since El Paso away is the most likely by far right now, Rees has committed to eating a hot dog.
That is
I
true.
am not committed to eating. No, that is one of the worst food items I've ever been shown in my life.
Rees is going to
not.
take
Chico's Tacos, Max. We will not be partnering with them anytime soon because, oh my gosh, it looks awful. Awful, Max. Your hats fell.
Yeah. I'm sorry that we're going to be missing out on the El Paso
tradition.
El Paso tradition. Hot dog.
You think he's doing it? He's doing it, isn't he?
He's doing 100%.
Oh, he's
I am absolutely not
Rees
setting
reviews
foot
coming at you live from
in
El
that place.
Paso.
If I set foot in that place, I will cry my eyes out.
We all know what's going to happen.
Absolutely not. No. No, we want to go to Albuquerque because that's Owen's favorite vacation destination.
Well, yeah, if we go to Albuquerque, Rees wants to stop off in Pie Town on the way back.
Absolutely. Pie Town, even though
He's going to go to
it's
a gathering place too.
It's existed since the 50s, but there wasn't a pie shop until the 90s.
We go to Pie Town?
I want to go to Tulsa.
He wants to go to Tulsa.
You don't want to go to Sacramento?
I mean, I've already been. It's fine.
He wants to go to Tulsa because we don't have Rees with us then.
I want to go somewhere new, and on these voyages, to me, the ones, I mean, my choices are either El Paso or Tulsa mainly. I mean, I kind of know where I want to go. What do you think? Anyone, by the way, give us a little shout out in the chat if you guys are, I know it depends on where Phoenix Rising is going, everything like that.
Playoff game, Max.
I know we of course all want a home playoff game. If Rising is going away, let us know if you would be down to go, depending on where they go and where you would prefer that they go. I want to get the pulse to the people.
James Wilson's going.
Yeah,
go to El Paso if they go.
We love it. Yeah. We go to El Paso. We are so going. All right, sick. We're already talking about arrangements on our end. We are. We're doing the thing.
The football.
The boys.
The football is happening.
Boys running it. All right. So you went through scenarios. I want to get a decisive finish in the West from you and the chat as well. When we hop on the pod, Phoenix Rising, where I finised, where in the West? Go. Give me a number. Just give me a number. Go. Stop.
It's gonna be 6
Guys, no!
6-7.
All right. You're
saying it actually is gonna be one of those.
Give me one. Go.
Give me 6.
Give me 7. No, I'm just kidding. Give me 9.
Whoa! Doomsday scenario?
He's predicting.
It's either 4, 6, 7, or 9. No, I think it's either one end of the spectrum, 4 or 9. They either get the home playoff or they miss altogether.
We might have to do
and then they draw in the game and just make yours completely redundant.
If Phoenix Rising finds itself in the scenario where they're
Rising
playing
misses,
watching like those 8:00 matches kick off and Phoenix Rising is we might miss the playoffs. We'll round up something. We'll do something in some
we might
capacity.
hop on live.
Yeah, we'll do something crazy. But it's gonna be nuts. Phoenix Rising, just get the job done. Get the dub. Kev, where are Phoenix Rising finishing in the West?
6 or 7, probably.
Someone's
Give
gonna
me
screen
6.
grab this and look like Rees is going nuts off 6-7. I got
Rees,
5
Rees,
Brandon
just
Bills
said it
hats
again.
on me.
Max, if they finish 6th or 7th, are you gonna get a 6-7 tattoo?
Hang on a
Max?
minute. Wait. Can I show you something, Rees?
Yeah.
Right now he's got 7 hats. Now it's 6.
Hey, 6, 7.
All right, I got them finishing 5th. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think honestly it's just gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a draw.
To be
and take
fair,
care of
I'm
it.
saying I predicted a draw, and then I'm saying he'll probably finish 6th. No, I should
Max,
go
I
with
thought
5th
you
then.
predicted 1-0.
James Wilson in the chat. Hey Max, how about
Oh, no, you said
Reno
1-1.
getting another soccer team? Are you going to leave us for a note? It's a very fair question. There's been so
Yes,
much
he
interest.
is.
I want to declare this out right now to the public.
Max Simpson loves Reno.
Well, that's actually not what I was going to declare.
Flight
That's not what I was going to declare. Reno was a great place in my heart, but I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
You're not gonna start RENO? Doesn't really work when it's 4 letters.
It's a 4-letter.
It's literally more.
Are you gonna start it though, Max?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna pass.
Start the rumor mill. The rumor mill's going
the
wild now.
rumor mill crazy.
Noted PHNX Rising insider. Rees Goodall says
Stat Lackey.
Ariano.
RENO. Great name.
Ariano.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think that's that, right? You gotta hope for a Phoenix Rising win. Make it simple. Worst case, a draw. I mean, listen. If Phoenix Rising loses, even though there are insurmountable odds, and it is crazy that all 4 matches would then have to go not their way for them to miss, you're just gonna be clenching. Like, just get it over. Just get it over with. Get the win. Get the draw. Get some point out of it, and just end the misery. End the misery. Clinch the spot. Let's go. Appreciate y'all joining us here on the PHNX Rising podcast. Of course, you can follow us here at PHNX __ Rising, double the underscore.
Double the something.
Double the clenching. Double the clenching. You follow us on.
That's miserable. I don't want to think about that.
I'm just saying, you can follow show on Twitter at PHNX _ Rising, double the underscore, double the fun. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Max David Simpson. You can follow Owen on Twitter at OJ Evans 18. You can follow Rees on Twitter at Rees11 _. And you can follow Mr. Kevin Thomas behind the brand redacted computer at Kevo Post. Guys, we'll be back to you. Rain or shine next week, Wednesday.
What if it snows?
6 or 7 p.m.
Gosh darn it. No, from
6
Wednesday
or
from
7?
6 to 7 p.m. I'll give you that. There we go. Again, if Phoenix Rising does find itself in the doomsday scenario of we're getting into those 8 p.m. matches and they might be on the outside looking in, Again, follow us at PHNX__rising. We will be posting updates. We might be doing something a little bit crazy. But until then, catch you next week. Phoenix Rising needs a point. Ideally, those 3 points and some help along the way. But it is a beautiful game. But it's way more beautiful where either way next week, we can unclench. Good night.
We all silly like the mayor.